This Zoom technology is amazing. You find people in other countries and ask them what's going on.
Our national newspaper, it's the press.
Do you see what's going on in New Zealand?
It's quoting Trump, saying New Zealand is having a big surge in COVID-19 cases.
Big surge in New Zealand. So, it's terrible. We don't want that.
He talks about how bad it is, kind of just like the US. And this reporter says, well, New Zealand only had 9 new COVID cases today. The US had more than 42,000. So it's not even comparable.
Tekla Kreidel grew up in Michigan, living in New Zealand the past few decades, that island nation over by Australia. Kreidel is in the city of Christchurch.
Morena, Prime Minister, nice to have you with us.
Morena.
In March, Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern ordered a hard lockdown, a country of 5 million people with 22 total COVID deaths. By June, she declared it safe to go back to normal, a shining example of how to beat the virus. Then came the news last week.
They discovered a case in the south of Auckland, our biggest city, and 4 family members tested positive. And what they're trying to work out is how that happened.
More infections, around 30 now. Part of the country's on lockdown again, and an upcoming election has been pushed back. Was that surprising to hear what was going on in Auckland?
No, Bill, it was always going to come back in some way, shape, or form. Whether it came in at the border, through a port worker, they just don't have a handle on it yet.
Sweden, about 10 million people, with a higher COVID death rate than the US, but lower than the UK, Spain, Belgium. Dr. Jacob Wenberg is a general practitioner in Gothenburg, Sweden's second biggest city. You're happily seeing patients regularly in person there.
Oh yeah, we have some people. It used to be the 70 plus, they were not supposed to come to the clinic. So we had a lot of consultation over the phone. Now we have some on like this telemedicine, but most people are coming to the practice. And like we try to space out in the lobby, so 70 plus, they can't come to the clinic when it's not full. There's no risk of being contaminated in our clinic anyways.
While Sweden was not locked down, some schools closed. Many work from home, but few wear masks.
People living in perhaps say poor areas or not as well economic situated, they have caught more of the virus. Often because they have, they are the ones who work with the old folks home. They are taxi drivers. They work in places, and they cannot work from home, so they have to go and meet their customers every day.
In Japan, no official lockdown there either, and a COVID-19 death rate so much lower than the U.S. 1,000 dead compared to our 170,000. Kathy Kraut teaches at the American School in Tokyo.
We couldn't have a legalized lockdown. You could go anywhere, the police couldn't question you. But there's kind of, you want to do what's best for society. So when I went out one time early on in the quarantine and I forgot my mask and I was walking my dog, my neighbor, who I know quite well, she looked at me in Japanese. She's like, "What are you doing?" Like, "What are you?" And I was like, "I forgot. Oh my gosh!" And I never forgot again. So society, focusing on the policies of the government doesn't actually always speak to what Japanese society, what people are actually doing, and they stayed in.
Do you have that app on your phone? Did you get the app?
Yeah.
Can you
for
show
the app for the tracking?
Yeah. Countries including Japan and New Zealand are encouraging their citizens to get contact tracing apps.
When you go to a business, you just scan it. So like yesterday, I was going around a little bit and then I can look and can see everywhere I have actually been.
Kreidel says she's fine letting the government know where she's been. From Sweden, the stories we hear seem to waver in its handling of COVID-19, the idea of letting the virus spread faster to get to herd immunity.
You don't have the key yet of who did the right thing. But I'm confident and I'm proud of what we have done. since I think we have to live with it for some time, I think the way we have done it is somehow sustainable over time.
You have 1,000 deaths in a country so big. We've got more than that many deaths in just Michigan.
I know.
And you're so close to China.
We know, we're right here. So Japan pays attention. I think historically also it's been suggested that Japan has a history of epidemics where you have smallpox being documented in the 600s, 700s, 800s and on. And so the attitude of not being at war with the virus, which is the kind of the attitude you get for some people in the States, is like, we're going to kill this. We're going to beat this. It's going to be eradicated. Where the attitude has been suggested here in Japan is we need to find a way to minimize the effects while understanding we're gonna have to live with this.